Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to my video. When I was researching for my very first YouTube video, I was trying to find info on the Christian puppet series Kingdom Adventure, and another show got suggested to me on YouTube. It was called Popcorn Park. Now, this is not to be confused with the absolutely terrifying 80s Sesame Street ripoff called Peppermint Park. If you are curious about that show, I will link Chadtronic's video on it in the description below. Anyways, the one I discovered is actually a newer show, and it featured not terrifying puppets and had actual learning opportunities. So as soon as I finished my first video, I began researching Popcorn Park. I initially thought maybe the puppets from Kingdom Adventure and Popcorn Park were connected somehow, but I can find no connection between the two. No actors, no puppet builders, it's not even the same company. So I realized I had something completely new in my hands. I began digging and thought I would share what I found. It's not too much, but if you're interested in obscure puppet media like I am, you might like this.
Being a king can be fun, or it can be a nuisance.
Let me put in my 2 cents. Sometimes your friend can be a pain.
Don't mind her, she just wants to complain.
In the 1980s, there was an hour-long PBS special called The Power of Choice. It was created by David Elkind and Freddie Sweet. They are the founders of Livewire / Elkind & Sweet Communications. To give you some background on these two guys, I've ventured to their IMDb's and wikis to see what they'd been up to. So, David Elkind is a child psychologist and the former head of psychology at the University of Rochester. He has wrote for many magazines, including Good Housekeeping and Psychology Today. He's also written many books about the development and well-being of young people. And he's also appeared on many television shows, including Oprah and The Today Show. It's difficult to find much information about his involvement with Popcorn Park, but there is a picture of him with the puppets, and it appears that the lawyer for the production was probably a family member, as Michael Elkind has the same last name as David. Freddie Sweet is a director and producer with a handful of credits on IMDb. He was previously the assistant professor of comparative literature at the University of California. He produced Kevin Costner's first feature film called Stacy's Nights. Recently, it appears that Freddie Sweet was in a television show called The Now Video Show, which is a public access show airing in Los Angeles, California. Now it says he is band member 1 in the episode Funkalicious. I'm not sure what episode this is that I found, but maybe he's somewhere in the band. If not, there's someone else named Freddie Sweet who is in this episode. So Freddie has a LinkedIn, which was enormously helpful in the creation of this video, as it directed me to the Popcorn Park website that Google didn't immediately bring me to. So anyways, going back to what I said at the beginning, there was a special on PBS that David and Freddie helped create called The Power of Choice, and it received such positive reviews that it was turned into a series for PBS with the help of Nestle, WNET13, as well as the charismatic comedian and motivational speaker Michael Pritchard, who also starred in the show. It became a 12-part series that is now available online for the super low price of $649. It is aimed at teenagers, and I'm going to read a quote from the description of the video. It teaches young people that they have the power of choice, that they are responsible for the choices they make, and that they owe it to themselves to choose the best. So after that show aired, Michael Pritchard made appearances at schools across the United States to give motivational talks. Meanwhile, Elkind & Sweet Communications began creating educational content to distribute to both English and Spanish language schools all over North, Central, and South America. One of these series was Popcorn Park. It started as a 6-part series about character virtues aimed at children between the ages of 5 and 8. The 6 volumes highlighted important characteristics for children to learn. These included trust, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and good citizenship. The series contained 5 puppets who were named Berna, Mugsy, Nubs, Essie, and Grork. All of these characters, apart from Grork, are Wembley-like individuals. You know Wembley from Fraggle Rock. They kinda look like him. But Grork, he was a dragon. The shows were built in a way to help guide students to the correct conclusion without it being forced upon them. So the questions asked are open-ended, and the characters adventure through the options with input from other characters to solve them. In one episode, Mugsy steals a very expensive gift from a store to give to Grork for his birthday. Grork experiences some moral dilemmas about this and goes to a place called the Thinking Place to talk through his problems with literally Socrates and determine whether he should keep the gift or not.
Is that kind of like asking if it's okay to steal?
Steal? But I'm not the one who stole it!
Are you saying it was stolen?
No, you said it was stolen!
No, I didn't. I asked you if it's okay to steal. You're the one who mentioned the gift was stolen.
Right, okay, well, yeah, it's stolen.
I actually enjoyed watching the available clips online. The show is very sweet and funny, and I find that the songs are actually not that bad.
There's nothing like an aspirin when you're feeling sick. There's nothing like some gasoline to make your car go quick. But if you're needing someone on whom you can depend, then I've got to tell you that there's nothing like a friend.
Despite there being at least 8 actors on the show, I could only find information on the puppeteer who plays Grork. I found this puppet to be the most consistently funny and well puppeteered, and it makes sense that someone with ample experience played this role. His name is Randall McGee, and you can find his website in the description. Now, this show is not lost, so it doesn't qualify as lost media, but there are no full clips online. Only pieces of the episodes with a narrator giving a rundown of some plot points, and then little scenes being shown between the narration. The show is still available for purchase online, with even a digital option available for teaching virtually during the pandemic. I found the whole series for sale for $359, down from $419, but I, of course, do not have that type of money to make a purchase like this, so I can watch this educational kids show in its entirety. The official website states that it aired on Starfish Television Network, which was a public service broadcaster that predominantly aired works by humanitarian organizations. This channel ran between 2007 and 2010, but it's now defunct. This means that Popcorn Park probably last aired on TV in 2010. In my research, I did find another video from the Popcorn Park crew called Prevent Violence with Grork. Now, when I visited the website, I could only find Getting Along with Grork on DVD, so I think that they may have changed the name for future releases. This series helps children learn to control their feelings and manage anger. There is also 2 websites. The official Popcorn Park website, which features more child-friendly displays with printable coloring sheets and songs from the show. There is also the Good Character website, which is more for educators and parents. It explains how the duo got started and displays all the content made for schools outside of Popcorn Park. The lack of IMDb or Wikipedia on this show caused me to do some digging as to when it was filmed. I did find a trademark filed in 2002, which means that this was probably created in the very early 2000s. I also know that the show was distributed as DVDs, which is consistent with DVD players becoming popular in the early 2000s. Popcorn Park is said to be distributed across North, Central, and South America. I don't think Canada is taken into account here since I don't remember this at all, and I don't know anyone who did. The series is also offered in Spanish, which is not the second language we learn at school in Canada. We learn French. So in Canada, we had our own puppet-based learning programs, including Demo 2 and Jolly Phonics, which I might do videos on at a later date. But I never had the chance to be educated by the Popcorn Park puppets. Now, I read online that people think the show was a little bit too heavy-handed, but, whatever, I'd still like to see it. Do you remember watching it? Or are you an educator who has a copy of it? I would love to hear about people's memories regarding the show, if there are any, and to see if there are any full episodes available I can watch without spending $400. You're never too old to learn about good character. Thanks for watching.
So on your mark, let the good times start in Popcorn Pop.